Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. All right, so how many of you went? She's totally forgotten about the blue chair. I didn't forget about the blue chair. So I finished the blue chair today. I'm going to show you the final processes. I think you guys saw the spray painting, changing the color, making it the spray paint blue just to get it done really quick. And then it got put on the back burner for a lot of other stuff. Let me show you the steps I went through and then I'll be back. Okay, I need to create a template of the bottom of this chair. And I found this transfer paper in my husband's garbage. So I'm going to use that and this very sharp razor blade to cut around the inside and make a template with that. I've never done this before on anything. I'm doing footstools and I can just lay it out on top of the wood and trace it. Well, I can't do that in this case. I have to actually create a template. So it was either cut strips of cardboard or something like that. And for me now it's gonna be this transfer paper. It was sort of an opportunity in the garbage. The paint is still very sticky because it's been really humid here, even though it sat overnight. So this doesn't stick to the paint, which is like yay bonus because I don't wanna wreck the paint job at the same time trying to create this template. So I'm gonna get to work and get this template done. All right, it's getting there. Got most of the excess cut away, but it'll be, I've just nailed it into place in certain areas to keep it so I can pull it tight and get it as close to the actual base as possible. All right, and I need to find a piece of wood now that's gonna work for the base. I'm probably gonna trim this in a little bit because when we upholster the batting and stuff will make it thicker and that way it will slide in better. There's no way, I mean, you're gonna have to go into these between these two arms. So it needs to come in just a little bit because all it really needs to do is hold on to the edge. So I will trim this up a bit once I take it off, but there it is, there's my template. All right, so that's the bottom cut, so it's all stable. That's the foam piece cut, and I only had to cut it like 3 times because I used this base that I had cut, well, Jeff cut it, for a template, and I forgot that there's these little things that the foam has to go over to, so be aware of that when you're working on a project. And then I cut it the second time, and I cut it too short for the front because, again, I'm stupid. And then, like, the third time, I'm like, well, the hell with it. So we're gonna put it together now. I've got a piece of the cotton and the fabric's under there somewhere, and we're gonna get it all together. And I've got the air compressor line here, and I'm in the hubby shop again, and I just find my nail gun, and I swear, the best investment I ever made was that air compressor stapler because this is gonna be so much faster and easier with that. Let's put it together. Okay, so this is the first time I'm doing a chair like this. And I'm learning stuff along the way, which that's what we do, right? I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm like a pro upholsterer because I'm not. And let me show you what I'm going through. So when I get down to this area here, I didn't cut the foam long enough. So you can see there's like this much room. I am gonna have to go in and get some batting to stuff that just so that it's not gonna affect how the chair sits, but it's gonna affect how it looks right there. So I wanna fill that in for sure. And it looks like I'm gonna have to do that around the back. So I'm gonna go in-house and grab the scraps of batting that I have and we're gonna stuff that, which no, it's not the right way to do it, but it's the only way I know to do it because I got nothing. Y'all, I don't even like cutting foam at this point. I'm so frustrated with the foam situation. Like cutting this was a nightmare. Because I used the 3-inch thick I want this to be a comfortable seat, I use the 3-inch thick batting or foam, and it's really difficult to cut. You can't cut it with a scissor. So you got to cut it with like a serrated knife. And, you know, I watched this YouTube video and this guy's like, you just take a serrated knife and you cut it. I'm like, yeah, if you're doing straight lines, it's great. I wasn't doing straight lines. Skeeter. So it's, it's like, how do you build a pattern? How do you build a template? It's just, I'm figuring out as I go along, and we're going to make it as pretty as we can, but it's what's going to be. It's going to be what it's going to be, because it's a kind of challenge. Like, we continue to grow, right? So this is a first for me with this type, with the arms like that come in. You have to like get all the nooks and crannies. That's a first for me, but I'm learning. And I think filling it will be fine, because that's just it's just an aesthetic thing. It's not like gonna affect the seat. So if we can fill that and fill the other side and the back with batting, and just maybe I'll tuck a little in there too, just to get the front nice and smooth round. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making it up. If it comes out, great. This is my process. So there it is with batting. I think that's going to actually work. So I'm going to actually fill in with batting all the way around, and we'll do that. And for real, it's just like pillow fiber. I'm not using anything fancy. This is just what I would stuff a pillow with. And I think I'm gonna do around here too, just to make sure that that's all puffy too. I mean, we want this to be nice and puffed out, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. Is just stuff in around it and make sure we got pretty puffy chair. I'm thinking I should have never taken a break, because I forgot to attach the wooden base. I have to pull all this apart because my figure 8 clips are inside. I swear. It was starting to look good too. I'd filled it all the way around, and then when I pushed up on this part in the front, the wood came up and I went, no, that's screwed down. No, it's not. You missed a step. I should make a list of steps when I'm like, this is what I'll need to do, and then this, and then this, because it's like, I got excited about making it pretty, and I missed a step. I swear I don't drink. Then we're on to the fabric portion of our show. So I'm going to staple this all around. Wish me luck. Looking better. Now I just need to trim off the excess, and then I have a rickrack trim or a trim piece that I bought that matches the blue and the yellow. So that's pretty cool. I got it on Etsy. And then I'll cover up all the ills. I didn't do a professional job. Okay, I've trimmed the excess fabric. And now I'm going to go in and hot glue the trim around it, so it'll be ready to go in the shop, I think. I love how the blue and yellow turned out. Now I hope I find its owner, because they can't stay here. Okay, and this is the trim I bought to cover up my lack of upholstery skills. And as you can see, it matches beautifully. It is GIMP that is French and cadet blue with champagne gold. And look at that. I mean, I couldn't have picked a better match. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I made more mistakes in the end. I was so excited to get to the upholstery part that I just lost my freaking mind today. Ugh, y'all. I swear. It was just like one thing after the other after the other. It was back and forth to the house, back and forth to the house, back and forth to the house. I learned a few things that I would do differently, or, you know, like I think next time I do anything with a shape like that, I'm going to cut the top at an angle to make it smoother. So I did put the batting around it to give that more rounded top, which maybe that's what I should do, is just buy a bunch of quilt batting and lay that out to give it more of a shape. But I don't know. I think I'm going to cut that because it was really a hard edge. And I think in the picture, you can see it still kind of feels boxy to me. It looks cute though. I mean, it's cute. I'm really glad with the GIMP I bought. I bought it on Etsy and I prayed that it was going to match, because there's literally no fabric stores around here. There's no upholstery store. There's a Michael's in town and it has nothing. Like, I went in there with such high hopes when I went in there the first time, and it was like baking, some acrylic paints, and then a bunch of home decor stuff. And I had asked if they had any like furniture stuff, furniture trims, no, sewing, no. And I'm like, I was so excited. We need like a Joann's or something like that to come into town, because there's none. Like the closest Joann's is about 45 minutes from me. So I would have to go 45 minutes one way, 45 minutes back. So it's an hour and a half driving just to get GIMP. Yeah, it's better just to order it online. But then you're taking a chance that the color is going to be right. Because, you know, the color that you see on the screen isn't always the color that you're going to get. And when it arrived and I held it up next to the fabric, I was like, thank you. Got some Junkin were with me on this one. And it turned out really cute. I'm happy. I'm kind of thrilled with how it turned out. I can't wait to get a price tag on it and get it in the shop. I'm not kidding. I'm just ready for more furniture to be done. I have a small buffet out there that I'm going to be working on. I have this stool that all this stuff is sitting on. There are a bunch of projects. It is so hot right now. It is so hot right now. And I have a short window of time where I can be in this room, because with the 600-watt bulbs, and then the sun comes around this side of the house in the afternoon. So this morning I was in the shop finishing up the upholstery, and by that time the sun had come around this side of the house. So being in this room, it's extremely warm in here right now. And then you put the 600-watt lights on and it's like, so I sweat really bad. It's like really hard to work in here. But it also affects the paint. So I'm like waiting for a break in the heat. And in the interim, I'm working on smaller projects. Like I did a couple spray paint. When the sun comes around this side, it makes a shadow on the back of the house and I can be outside and I can spray paint for a little bit. But, I mean, like a little bit. And I did some cleaning. I did the linens. I was able to soak. I did not film it because it just doesn't film right, because it takes literally days of soaking. I'll put that up on the blog, so that'll be coming up. So I've been doing like cleaning projects and getting the linens, the stains removed from the linens, and doing all that stuff. And the pillowcases looked amazing. But anyway, that's my chair project. It's done. It's getting a price tag and it's going in the shop. And hopefully we get to move on to bigger and better projects. That buffet is calling my name, but I gotta make some room in here. I mean, it's time to put this stuff away, Get some price tags on it. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. Happy junkin'. Bye. Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.